distributed in our schools like My World, My Dreams, and Will You Help Me?
The intervention of the TLFC program, teaching has been in existence, but it hasn't been more child-centered. Teachers come, what they feel like doing, they teach, they forget that there are pupils, they are in there.
TLFC and a great project. We all know that TLFC, they gear towards the learner center teaching, the picking them for they at the center of the learning or the teaching process.
TLFC is an acronym meaning teaching and learning in fragile context. Is a project that came about as a result of our commitment in working with education stakeholders in Sierra Leone in making sure that we respond to the learning poverty.
95.8% of our kids in Sierra Leone cannot read at age level. So we have a serious problem, especially when it comes to learning.
And building the capacity of the teacher trainers themselves, and also building the capacity of student teachers within those institutions.
Page 4.
And in order for them to be able to move on as teachers, teachers in training, their practical exercises are very important.
Looking at the design and focus of the TLFC project, it started way back during the baseline assessment of the TLFC project, wherein we found out that the pre-service students that we call the teaching practice teachers, they are undergoing a lot in terms of the practicum component.
So before the intervention of the TLFC project, I had so many challenges in my classroom. And first of all, it was the lesson plan. I had no proper idea on planning my lesson notes before ever coming to the class and teach my pupils.
First, let me someone can, now English will be the talk with me. Then someone will not be the understand from that English.
Now, some of me party them, they don't understand English. Now, Korean and they don't understand.
There was no proper lesson planning. I just come to class, maybe think about a topic and write it down and maybe go on the board and just teach.
And as a teacher, you need to know yourself, know the people you are going to teach, be master of yourself. If you know this thing, because some of the pupils who come to school, empty stomach. Some of the homes they are coming from, it is not conducive. Only the schools they feel conducive for them. So you being a teacher, you need to encourage them. In your teaching, it has to be around them.
The major focus here is for us to support the pre-service teachers by using the host teachers that are already trained and qualified in the 40 schools of the TLFC project.
It's a 4-year project led and designed by CODE, an NGO in Canada, that is supported by Global Affairs Canada, that the government of Canada.
Covered 4 districts, wherein we have Kenema District, Bo District, Potloko District, and Western Rural District.
TLFC is an ambitious project with several components, and the components provoked the selection of the district that we are talking about.
The major beneficiaries were, we have of course, the practicum teachers, that's where the major focus.
Who can tell us the
TLFC have make a great impact in me and by training us. And really, at first, the method of teaching was different. But having going through this one, they have given me the knowledge, the way how to prepare lessons, how to make the classroom management, and also self-confident, how to
Identify
stand.
the type of conflict, you put it down, call conflict in your local languages, in your own words.
The teacher educators, these teacher educators, they were responsible to support.
Before the TLFC project could come, there were some numerous challenges we were faced with.
Before this time, as a teacher educator, we hadn't too much CPD, I mean continuous professional development opportunities.
You may realize that before the TLFC project was implemented for 4 years ago, the issue of supervision by supervisors from the institution going to the schools to supervise the students, it was a bit limited.
They just say teachers in school, just post them at the various schools then, where they not even for go monitor them. They need to go for go watch them.
The skills that were expected of us to gain were absent. Nevertheless, we are still carrying on with our teaching practice.
Before now, the rubric system does not use all the methodologies in terms of the gender responsive pedagogy. These we are not attached in our own rubrics.
In fact, the name itself, when the TLFC, before the TLFC came, we were referring to it teaching practice. Now it is called practicum.
I just come to class, maybe think about a topic and write it down and maybe go on the board and just teach.
You get for check first in lesson plan. May know say this lesson plan is correct. Because remember say it go teach picky there.
We were glued to this traditional method of teaching where you have the teacher centered instead of the learner centered.
One of the things that we're really interested in, many a times, now maybe they do the talking before the TLFC comes.
We will take about 70 to 80% of the talking time, whilst the learners will only do perhaps 30 to 20%.
One of the components in the project was the practicum component, wherein the organization implementing partners TALLE-Reading Sierra Leone signed an MOU with the TTI, which is at Eastern Technical University of Sierra Leone, Kenema District, to work with their pre-service students, which are pre-service students. There are 2 pre-service students offering TC and HTC primary.
I have been representing the university on the TLFC implementation project in the university. As a university, we played a significant role in the implementation of the TLFC project. To start with, we signed the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, which guided the implementation of the whole project. That alone is a key role. If the university had not signed that MOU, the project was not going to be implemented here. So signing that implementation, that MOU is a very big role played by the university. Added to that, the university also provided teacher educators. Teacher educators were pivotal in the implementation of the TLFC project. And so the university giving lecturers to participate in the project, which has come out successfully. What makes TLFC to stand out is because of it's been situated to the teacher training institutions.
And as a government sector, we've always been conducting training program for teachers in service. But now the TLFC has dragged us to a point to understand the fact that the teacher training institutions are the producers of those teachers.
I mean, focusing on fragile contexts, areas that are lacking, areas that do not have quality teachers.
Like I said earlier, it has to do with empowerment of classroom practices, which focuses on teachers and also teacher educators. Not only that, collaboration with government for them to be able to make sure that whatever kind of thing we are bringing into the intervention process will be policy supported, and also components of research that will help through conducting to create a comparison in the level of what is going on in fragile area. The word fragile, it simply means because of our inability in certain communities due to threatening issues that will create displaced people, and the still learning goes on there. So one such kind of practices to be known. That is why we look at the contextual look of the country, and we collaborated with government.
But now the TLFC has dragged us to a point to understand the fact that the teacher training institutions are the producers of those teachers that we train. So if we deal with the problem on the surface without going to the root cause of the problem, which is the TTIs, and in the TTIs, they are the ones who are training the teachers for us to be able to recruit and deploy as teachers. So the TLFC project is working with the teacher training institutions and building the capacity of the teacher trainers themselves, and also building the capacity of student teachers.
We have major activities that were implemented. The first one was the training of the teacher educators, as well as the training of the host teachers.
Like for the Freetown Polytechnic, we get 17 teacher educators the way we don't train on classroom improved strategies like active learning, differentiated teaching, gender responsive teaching.
Our impact we've made on these pre-service students firstly is that during their orientation, we make sure we support these students with teaching materials, namely reading books that we supply in the schools. We even gave some copies to these students so that they can have these materials when they go to the schools to do their teaching practice.
As a teacher educator, TLFC taught me relevant things, like to befriend my learners, to bring readable materials that best suits the topic we are about to teach.
The TLFC now, with the trainings, they go the workshops they don't make now, and where they go into the picking them, and they make me teaching very smoothly.
We don't bring in domestic matters into teaching. What matters in the classroom? If you are teaching a topic, it has to be within the topic. You don't go out.
The teaching, they relate to a real life situation in the home through by group activities, questioning, and make them be at the center of the teaching. So it don't really help me greatly.
Through the various trainings and workshops by the TLFC project, I've developed in better ways and in better skills, like lesson delivery and planning my notes, the lesson notes, and also in preparing a very comfortable space for pupils to be active in learning. And personally, it has helped me gain more confidence. And now I know that I can be able to do better things than before.
All this time, I'll be using only teacher-centered techniques. But now, during the training, we are now using child-centered teaching techniques. We involve the children, they participate, we ask them questions, right? So it has really given me a lot, and I thank God for that.
Thank God, now it happen now. Before they go now, they teaching feed them first, they don't check first your lesson plan. Everything correct before you go to map for teach.
We dey find it difficult a little because we not been get enough books for let the teacher then go to use together. They can include them picking in a group, or let them able for work together.
Now the head said they go buy books, not all, for supply give the teachers, for make lesson plan. You know, it can too embarrassing.
But when these projects come, we find out say it can improve more on the teacher and children learning process, because the beginner able to get different types of storybooks.
Books were distributed in our schools like My World, My Dreams and Will You Help Me?
And those books were used to teach us, and those books help us to know how to read, write and make sentences.
And then other books then also, not only from TLFSC.
There are other books that they used to teach us, books from the government like general science, home economics, agriculture, social studies and English literature.
Which word is this? Yes?
Again?
Orphanage.
Orphanage. Let's say it together.
Orphanage. And also the reading aspect. The TLFC trainings and workshop has helped me as well as my pupils in class to love reading and to love understanding what we are reading.
And I love the book called The Boats Are Back.
Apart from the trainings, we have what we call the communities of practice model.
The understanding about COP, that this means where they bring teachers then together, they help them and share their ideas then challenges, and how for solve the problem.
Community of practice is an integral and essential parameter in any learning institution. It is a well-organized and structural entity, platform wherein professional teachers come together, discuss the academic issues before going into active teaching.
We are in the network leaders we have in our various districts. They work with these teachers to hold weekly meetings because we don't want what they've learned from the trainings for them to forget. So for us to keep in mind that this is what you've been learning, and if you have any other challenge, you have to meet weekly with other teachers for you to see how we can address some of your issues.
In that connection, they discuss about their professional standards, like professional knowledge, the content which they are going to deliver, the professional practice, the methodology, the channels which they are going, and then the engagement of the pupils, the learner themselves, because they are the center focus of what they are doing.
Teachers then they come together for discuss the challenges among themselves, for discuss the successes, they embrace them. Then see as saying a very important something. Before, they not be the whole community of practice. They just the whole other meetings.
COP missing importance for the teachers there, because one, it don't improve on the teaching methods then in the school. And it don't make all the teachers that they come together, we they work now for level improve quality education at the classrooms.
It is significant in that, I mean, it creates that collaboration. Before we set on to teach these children, we have to brainstorm as to what to teach, to know what are the essentials we need to give them so that they can learn more effectively and efficiently.
The COP, you have activities there. Key among those are called teacher learning circles. The teacher learning, the TLCs. The TLCs could be in schools, and you also have TLCs in the colleges. These are platforms that are done, in and out of people of the same kind that can sit and talk together about what they are learning and how they are achieving in their learning and what challenges are experienced.
As I noted earlier, we have several trainings that we are conducted, of course, because when you have such research, you have to know how to address some of these challenges. So one of the major things that we did was to train these teachers that are in the schools, the lecturers that are in the teacher training institutions, as well as we guide the pre-service students.
The TLFC project has introduced a lot of programs like the COP, the community of practice.
Another one was the distribution of these reading supplementary books. Thank God to our donors, the Global Affairs Canada, through our partners, Code in Canada. They supported Sierra Leone and Liberia with supplementary readers. We distributed readers in our various districts for our 40 schools in Sierra Leone.
Focusing on those teachers, supporting them with the materials, working closely with the TTIs, telling them, giving them reports on the practicum, and especially, through the community of practice and stakeholders meeting, aligns with what we want to do and what we want to achieve. As I said earlier, we have 95.8% of our kids that are in school, that cannot read at grade level, and this is really a serious problem.
So for us to combat some of these challenges kids are having in terms of the reading disability and how kids can read and comprehend at the end of the day, we have reading clubs that we are created in all these 40 schools using these supplementary readers.
Reading club. We've been forming Naya, where TALLE Sierra Leone become. So we form it really creates a very big impact on picking their lives. We teach the picking there how to be confident, for talk on their own. And what will be the picking that will be implemented there now for the read news at assemblies.
The Boys and Girls Reading Club, and that has been really, really good in our school. It has been wonderful.
We get storybook them in our class, and teacher like they use them book there for teach we.
I feel fine when they teach you the storybook there.
One part the title level like part the storybooks there. Now my one, my dream.
Every Monday morning we get a group of picking there. Not so we they give them news. They go, they listen to local news, they listen to international news. When they can at school, then they turn up here. Also as done so, they share with the rest of the school.
The reading books the way TLFC don't supply within the school don't create a lot of impact.
Like a general group, we can put them in group A, group B, group C, and then they can participate. Then they can even tell a story from the book based on which they don't understand.
So it really brings confidence on the picking their lives. It make even the one that they prep too. The one that will bring them kind up because then self one for the read news now the assembly.
But with the intervention of the TLFC, they have ensured there has been harmonization. Even in terms of taking the students out, it is no longer the days wherein students will only go on teaching practices the time the institution wants. Everything has now been harmonized. If for instance, the ETU is send the students for a semester, that one also aligns with the Jala University. It also aligns with the Freetown Polytechnic and the Ernest Bai Kromah University of Science and Technology. So with the advent of the TLFC, I must recommend to the government that there should be an inclusion of the TLFC methodology in our curriculum.
And also we encourage these teachers to use some of these skills they've learned during the trainings to support these kids to use these gender-responsive, inclusive strategies and differentiated strategies to support these kids to know how to use some of these books for us to see how we can combat the gender-based barriers when it comes to education.
So TALLE has given us, what we are expecting of other partners to be doing, because we are expecting other partners to also be engaging with teachers, or with the Teaching Service Commission. We are here to coordinate what goes on in the in-service sector. So if TALLE is working in that sector, and they are coming close to us, they are explaining to us our activities, they are taking us through, they go with us in field visit, they take us through all aspects of the project. So we understand the project, and we have seen the successes being achieved so far.
These are the things that we want to see. Practical things coming up, new innovations coming up, working with those that matters, because you cannot talk about research, talking about things that are happening at school level, without engaging those that are shaping the teachers, which is the TTI, the MTHE, the MBSSC. We are the policymakers. So it's a very good model, and I believe it's actually what it's what insults, because
now that TALLE is closing, we know they will come back some other time. But with the other organizations, let them come on board for complement the efforts of TALLE Sierra Leone. As example, NGOs, the governments of Sierra Leone.
In dire need of support, especially when it comes to primary education, and I believe it came at the right time. It's rather unfortunate it was, on a small scale, and we are looking forward to having that opportunity. We at TALLE RSL, we have the opportunity to be able to extend to other areas, extend to other marginalized areas or the areas that are actually in dire need of this kind of support.
Within the major partners, you have two people who put the funds and those who receive the funds due to the designing of the project. These are those who put the funds are the Global Affairs Canada, that the government of Canada, and our partners, that is Code NGO, an organization in Canada promoting literacy that more than 60 years, they receive the funds. Due to our relationship, they come to Sierra Leone.
We have what we call collaboration. The collaboration aspects came in wherein we worked with education stakeholders.
We cannot do anything in Sierra Leone if we are not a registered organization. We are 24 years in promoting education in our country in terms of foundational learning unto now teacher education for us to support what we call transformative education.
Because you know we can do something in a country where you're not involved, that they're responsible.
We cannot do anything. We have to partner with government and the ministry that is responsible are two. Namely, we talked about the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education.
You get the one they were there before for enact some of them things there, for them help. The NGOs there already carry them things there. So we collaborated with the education stakeholders at headquarters level and also at district level.
MBSSC, and you have the Ministry of Higher Education, and we also have Ministry of Development, and we have other associate bodies. We're talking about the institution of the country. All NGOs, they have what we call SLANGO, that's the Learning Association of Governmental Organization. These are the second category, that is at home level unless you are licensed. So we partner with them for us to be able to work together through their empowerment, because when they approve us, that means whatever we are doing, like the TLFC project and us as TALLE-Reading Sierra Leone, that is the Association of Language and Literacy Educator Reading Sierra Leone, that means our vision in working with partners offshore or overseas, our vision aligns with the government vision. And whatever is within, for example, a project TLFC is aligned with the curriculum of the country.
TALLE-Reading Sierra Leone, I'm quite sure they are involved in different other activities. But again, how can that partnership continue is based on how best they will be able to garner resources for themselves to be able to do. And so I think we will actually encourage any other partner that has funding opportunities for them to be able to do some of what they do, especially reading in schools, which is very crucial. And they're working on that. They're working on, helping teachers to be able to develop, teaching aids and things like that. These are very crucial things that are needed in our school system. But then all of these goes with funding. And so for us to continue to enjoy this partnership, I am hoping that if there is any funder available to provide funding for an institution such as TALLE, because we know they will judiciously use that fund and they will be able to collaborate with us, and then that means the sustainability of their projects will be definitely achieved.
Please, we are begging that you help us with materials that we will be needing to help these children to read fluently. We know that the TLFC have provided a lot of materials, but some of these kids, it's not easy to handle things with them. We want NGOs, we want the government to assist us with more materials to teach the children so learning can be effective in the classrooms and other supportive areas as well.
For us to continue collaborating with other NGOs and also the education stakeholders, and this can help for that we able for work together and see what are the challenges what we face, and an NGO or an INGO can come in and say, no, how about una do am this way? So we need that support, and this all not going to become successful if we not get the financial and logistic support. So I call on all other INGOs and NGOs for support TALLE-Reading Sierra Leone on what they do in terms of the educational system and salon. So we are hoping that all other NGOs can support us in the implementation process that we are doing in Sierra Leone. So another recommendation can be, minus waiting I don't state in terms of sustainability, the major recommendation I can give is for us to commend GAC, not to forget what we are doing in Sierra Leone as the implementing partners of Code. We are crying out and we are pleading for you to continue supporting our mission and vision when it comes to education, and also not only GAC, we are also calling out on other NGOs and INGOs to support our vision and mission as a local NGO in Sierra Leone in doing education programming, in supporting our future leaders. So in terms of recommendation, this is what I have.
The TLFC project is to empower the children of the country. Why? Because it saddens us to talk about learning poverty in this present generation, which is very shocking. So by supporting the children, whatever the lecturers do, whatever us do, and whatever the teachers do, the end point, the children. That is
that the TLFC project is to help us, and we are not just going to stop it because it has been ended in our school. We are going to continue it and learn differently from ourselves as staffs.
We have seen how no teacher will not go into action without we matching up with that teacher, coaching that teacher before ever that teacher goes into action.